You're listening to Rudy Radio, powered by Rude Rangers Entertainment. I'm Terra Renee from African American Woman in Cinema Organization, and this is Talk with Terra, a show that highlights fantastic filmmakers, artists, entrepreneurs, and entertainers from all walks of life. We're committed to introducing you to individuals, organizations, and companies and projects of which you're not necessarily aware. And we do this with the intention of uplifting, empowering, and enlightening you. If you can, please share this episode on all of your social media platforms. We'd also love it if you text your friends and ask them to tune in. Feel free to ask questions and make comments. Today, we have the iconic, legendary Miss Vera Moore. I am so enthused that she is here with me today. I just don't know what to do. I'm actually beside myself. Miss Moore, welcome.
Oh, come on, Terra. You're iconic. Listen, I'm following in your footsteps. You are more fabulous. I love you. It's a blessing. Well, congratulations on all this, your success. This is fabulous. Oh my God. Great. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me, Terra. I mean this sincerely appreciate it.
Oh, well, I appreciate you, and it's you, Vera. You have paved the way for folks like me coming behind you and following in your footsteps and being such an inspiration, letting us know that people who look like me can make it in this country, in this world, against everything we've been taught and told, directly, indirectly, taught directly, subconsciously. You totally set the example and blazed the trail to let us know you don't have to listen to that. This is what you can do. And for that, thank you.
Thank you, Terra. Listen, you know what? Yes, we stand on. I remember Cicely Tyson said something recently before she passed away. And what a powerful woman.
Yes.
She said, we kept saying we stand on people's shoulders. She says, no, we stand on people's backs. We stand on their backs, to go forward. Yeah. And people like Cicely Tyson, now I'm dating myself, Cicely Tyson and Diane Carroll, to broke color barriers. And, yes, I can remember, and you've done the same thing, Terra. We stand in each other's shadow. I mean, breaking color barriers, what's the why for me? It was, I love theater. I always loved theater. I started singing when I was a child. I was in the church, but I wanted to be Terra. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be in the theater, and that's how we started. But more importantly, as I got older and more seasoned, it wasn't really about the powder and the paint, because I wanted to change the cosmetics for people to have a quality product. We can go into that later. But it was about self-esteem. It's about changing the mindset, Terra. Now, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
No, not all of us. And I always say, if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. I always say So I don't want anybody calling us up. She ain't talking about me. No, I ain't talking about you. If you don't fit. I'm talking about people that didn't perceive themselves as beautiful.
Wow.
Beauty is, perception is perceived. Perception is perceived. The reality is perceived. But how do you perceive yourself? What do you perceive beautiful? It's just a white girl with the blonde eye and the blue hair? Or vice versa? Or blonde hair and blue eyes? But how do you perceive yourself, Terra, as a Black woman? And we range from Lena Horne,
yes,
to Terra Renee, and and Black Panther. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But how do we perceive ourselves? Do we perceive ourselves as less than beautiful? So my thing was to break barriers. And that's why I integrated Green Acres Mall. That's why I was one of the first Black on Another World. That's why I did all these things, because 99% of the things that I did, when you sat there to get hired for it, were all white. You understand what I'm saying? I was the only little Black girl coming in there. So then you have to have that confidence. Terra, it's all about the mindset.
It's true.
It's all about you. We used to say, oh, I'm dark. Green Acres Mall, I heard that all the time. Oh, my lips are too big. Oh, my butt's too big. Come on. Oh, my hair is not right. And I said something, somebody last 2 weeks ago. Who tells you whether your hair is good or not? That's the hair that's growing out of your scalp. Who's to say that's good or bad? That's your hair. How do you dictate what my hair should look like? Now, if we want to wear a wig or a weave, that's our business. Because that's part of being in the theater. You have to be ready. I'm saying, if you know what I'm saying.
I do.
But if you want to wear your hair natural, and you want to wear it, whether you want to call it kinky, straight, or whatever, who's to dictate and tell you that's not appropriate? They just passed a law. I forget what state. I don't want to say the wrong state. A law that now it's okay to wear your hair natural. What was that?
Wow.
It was accepted. What? So they're accepting how we look. It's amazing what we go through, but we still keep our courage. They haven't watered down our power.
Amen.
We still have our faith. We still have our faith, what we believe in, because you have to have something to stand on. And for me personally, we're talking personal now, without God and my faith, I couldn't have made through it. Because, Terra, do you realize I integrated Green Acres Mall in 1979?
Wow.
I was in Green Acres Mall for 25 years. First Black in the history of Green Acres. So you got to come in there with fire. Look at all the things that you've done. It was challenging. I know you doing all those things, having those events, having those shows, trying to get your paperwork together, I remember specifically, well, you do so many things. When you did your book signing, when your first book signing was in New York, I think, and you had your pamphlet or something sort of whatever you had together, for people to purchase it. And I remember I said, Terra, no, I want to buy this. Didn't matter. Support. We have to support.
That is so true. That is so true. I mean, Vera, you said you hit the whole gamut. Number one, who do we, submit our power to let them dictate to us what beauty looks like? Like you just said, that's amazing. A law was passed to confirm what we should have already known. It's okay to be natural.
Yeah, to accept it. To allow, let's say, to allow it.
Unbelievable.
Well, I remember when, and this is a while back, Melba Tolliver, she was the big anchor person on ABC, Channel 7. I think she was the first anchor woman, if I'm not mistaken, that wore natural.
Wow.
And I think she had some flack from it because, see, that's not what they perceive as beauty. That's not what they perceive as beauty. I remember when I first started. I'm going to tell you a little story. It'll be quick because, we could go on forever. I remember when I first got my commercial. I did a commercial. And I always wanted to be in media, I did a commercial and you make friends with people. It's very diverse as far as other actors. And it was a white girl and it was a friend. We make friends. We're young. I said, how come your check is bigger than mine? Because, we were just, look what I got. Look. So I said to my agent, I said, why is Mary's check bigger than mine? We did the same commercial. But see, this is something I didn't know. He said, well, because the sponsors don't show your commercial in certain areas. And that's when I found out about that. So that happens all the time. It's where it's played. But I knew that as a young girl because I didn't know why I'm getting this and she's getting that. And we did the exact same commercial. The sponsors then weren't showing it because it offended people in certain areas. So the sponsors didn't pick it up. Oh, yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean just because you and I do the same commercial and then Mary does the same commercial, yours may not be shown nationally. In certain regions, the sponsors don't want it. So the check. So that was I never even heard of that, but I asked. See, I always had guts. Guts and grit. I was like, why why she get more money? And he told me.
Wow.
It's not picked up all over. But now I understand. But I didn't know that this was an education for me.
Amazing. Miss Vera, your one of your breakthroughs was being one of the first women of color on a soap opera. What happened in that process? How did you get to that point? And then how was it when you found out you got the role?
Well, I was ecstatic. I mean, there had been other people on soap operas, like little parts or little things, but they never had a whole black family. See, we had a black family. Well, naturally they didn't have a father because they didn't want to show that. No black people can have a positive father. So we didn't have a father, but that's their perception of us. No father. The mother, but we were an educated family, and they said that's good too. Because not a lot of times when they show a family, it's like everybody's, you know what I'm saying. But my mother, who Rosetta Lenoir, famous actress, she played my mother, and she was an educator. She was a guidance teacher a principal at a school. Mickey Grant, who played a lawyer. These are the characters they played on the soap opera. I was a nurse and I was dating a policeman, so it was like a middle class family. So that was a breakthrough, showing a family that we all don't do what they think we do. You understand what I'm saying? So it led up to that because I had done some soap operas before then. I had done Search for Tomorrow, Edge of Night, a lot of soap operas before then. But they were small parts. Don't despise small things, whoever's listening, because it leads to other things. So my agent called me one day and said, Vera, Another World, Channel 4, NBC, this is major network. This is not they're auditioning for a black family. I said, wow, that's fabulous. So I'm going to submit you. I said, this is what I've been working for. I've been working all these years, studying on Saturday, working. And so he submitted me, and I'm fast forwarding. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't, you just go and you get, no. You had to look the part. You had to, well, we're being honest. This is for people that are interested in getting into theater. Look a certain way. We're talking about in the 70s and the 80s, You couldn't offend them. You don't want to offend your sponsor. So you had to look a certain way. I learned all of that during the course of being in television.
My word.
So if they want, let's say, I'm just going to say, I'll just pick on you today, Terra. You know what I'm saying?
You can pick on me, Vera, but we'll be right back.
Wow.
Messages. You're listening to Talk with Terra, presented by African American Woman in Cinema, right here on Rudy Radio.
Hi, I'm Harry Confetti, international Formula One driver. I sped to get to Long Island Telecom before they closed. I need to get one of these fantastic deals that Long Island Telecom has, because you can't beat the price anywhere else. Oh, get away from that car. What are you doing? Freaking kids playing with the car out there. Anyway, I'm glad I got here. Wait, what do you mean you're closing? I gotta come back tomorrow? What's your number? 631-833-9679? Oh, stop writing me a ticket.
Welcome back to Talk with Terra. I'm Terra Renee from African American Woman in Cinema, and today we're talking with the iconic Miss Vera Moore. And before we left, she was getting ready to pick on me. So please, Miss Vera, pick on me.
Well, no, it wasn't. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to give.
No, I know.
I love you too much. I'm just trying to give clarity. Well, I'm not going to pick on you. What was the actress in Panther? What was Lupita? What was her name? Lupita?
Yeah, Lupita.
Okay, all right, I'm going to pick on her. And when I was going on soap opera, they weren't going to pick any Lupita. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't talk about color now. And I found that out because I remember my agent said, well, you're the type they're looking for. And I said, well, what do you mean? But then it's all about type. Unfortunately, now it's different. Hopefully. But I'm telling you asked me what was it like for me going into soap opera. Being the first black on national television, a black family. They still wanted a certain look.
Wow.
Well, listen, that's reality. I didn't offend anybody. You know what I'm saying, Terra?
I do.
You wore the little ponytail. Your hair was straight. It wasn't kinky and nappy. Your features were blah blah blah, and you spoke well. Oh, that's okay. That's sellable. But but Terra, we have to learn how to make the system work for us.
Yeah.
So you have to be cognizant of all these things that are going on. We don't want to be ignorant and wonder why. Well, how come I didn't get it?
That's right.
That's why I'm so proud of you and all the Black producers and the directors and the people that are sponsored, because we don't have to deny and water down our power. We can stand on our truth and be whatever we want. And if people support us, you can exceed their expectations.
Wonderful. Yes, Vera. Wow. You know, I'm enjoying this because this is the richness of bedrock history that we need to know, because a lot of the times through systemic racism, a lot of things have been hidden from us, and we're left in the dark trying to figure it all out. And by the time we get through that process, you know, it's so many opportunities lost, time, and now we have to figure something else out. So I am grateful that you're sharing this with our audience today. And I know that they're listening and taking heed and taking notes to understand the real deal, as they say. Well, you certainly answered.
I don't mean to interrupt you, because you know.
No, go ahead.
We have to come out of denial. So do they. They're coming out. They don't have a choice. They will get it eventually, you know, because the world is browning. We know that.
Yes.
You know, we are not, ladies, gentlemen, whoever's listening, we're not a minority. We're the majority. And that's why fear is so prevalent. We're not a minority. But the most important for us, we really, Terra, no matter what, we've got to support you for you to be a success. I mean, this is good. This medium and this forum is good, but you still need the support. You understand? They have to support Vera More Cosmetics.
Yes.
You know? Yes. And I laugh about before all this flood of brands came in. I always believed in diversity and inclusion. I thought I should be there.
Absolutely.
You know, this diversity and inclusion, and I hope it's not a trend, because trends don't last always.
That's right.
But they realize it's all about economics. And we spend money.
Yes.
I mean, who would think? And I'm not knocking. And listen, I'm very happy. In case anybody hears this, I'm not knocking it. Who would think? And I'm very happy about it. I got to say that. I love this lady, Viola Davis. Who would think she'd be the face of L'Oreal? So things have changed, but I'm saying I hope it's not a trend. Have they changed because they really believe it? And they realize that we're equal, we're human beings. Not to be discriminated because you're black, you're brown, somebody else is light skinned, dark skinned. I hope that's the reason why. It's a shift, a mind shift. Not a trend shift because they said, well, listen, those black people spend money, so we need to put somebody on that cover. Let's put Lupita, let's play Viola Davis. You see how all the people now are of a darker hue? Yeah. Why? Which is great, don't misunderstand me. But I'm just praying that we that have gotten this opportunity to share and enlighten them. And I love Viola. I keep mentioning it because she's so direct.
I love her too.
She said, this is what I am. I don't have to go for that Beaver story. I'm black and I'm proud. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we must be proud and support each other and love each other. I know it sounds so simplistic, but love is simple. It's not difficult to say, I love you, Renee.
Yes.
And say, look, I want to help you. I mean, I don't have much to give, but I give you this. Maybe it'll get your hair done. Maybe it'll get your manicure. You understand what I'm saying? Because we all have been there.
Yes, we have.
The support is necessary.
The support is necessary, you know, and it was interesting that was one of the main areas in captivity that we've been conditioned to do, is not to support one another, to put each other down and not understand the worth and value that we bring to the table. But I believe, Miss Vera, that the shift is happening. I am praying that this is a permanent shift. I'm seeing things and hearing conversations that is giving me hope and courage.
Yes.
That a new era is being marched in. I believe there's a weariness of what have taken place all this time because of what it had produced and continued to produce. And folks are just looking for a whole different way.
Yes.
That's what I am looking at and believing. And so I've just been speaking it and really embracing the fact that this change is here to stay.
Yes,
And
I believe that. I do, Karen. I believe that. But we must not forget.
oh no,
We
and
must not forget from whence we've come. We must listen. Look, I'm just going to say the Jew. What do the Jews say? And listen. What do they say? And I have many Jewish friends. I hate to say I have. Well, I do. I have many Jewish white friends. I have many friends. They say never forget. But why do they want us to forget about slavery? We built this country, you know.
Yes.
On our backs, we built this country. So I want us to never forget and be proud of who we are. No matter the color of your skin, no matter the texture of your hair, no matter the size of your lips or your butt or your nose. Because I'll tell you what happened to me just last month, and I'm going to do something on it. It's my niece, a darker hue, and I brought that up because of a reason. She said, you know, Aunt Vera, guy called me last week and said, you know, this is a black guy. You're pretty for a black girl. You're pretty for a black girl. What does that mean? So what does that say about his mother or his grandmother or whatever? You understand what I'm saying? So I think among us, between us, among us, we have to change.
Yeah.
Not so much the other have to change. We have to change what we think of ourselves and, Terra, how we treat each other with kindness, with love. When I see you and you look girl, you look fabulous. You understand what I'm saying? We have to. It has to be a support. Not it just has to be a support from the heart. That's different. Well, I'll go support her because I'll buy her book, but I don't blah 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 blah. No. You really, it has to come from the heart, and there really will be a change, because that, when it comes from the heart, it's permanent.
Yes,
it's different.
It is different vibe, different energy.
Yes,
persuasive. It embraces.
Yes,
I do that, Miss Vera. I do that because when I begin to discover what this whole negative situation was all about, and like you just said, the mindset, I said, oh no, I want to see a change. And then I know that it begins with me.
Exactly.
So be the change you want to see. I go out of my way and give compliments. When I, like you just said, if I see someone who looks like me looking fabulous, oh, you look beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, Miss Vera, some of them are shocked. Like, oh, wow, she's saying that to me. Yes, I'm saying it to you. And it's real.
No, I know.
It's not from some shallow place.
Well,
because I understand what's going on.
Yeah, but you've always been that. You've always been that, Terra. But not everybody has that. So we have to keep doing that so they can emulate it. And then they'll feel better, like, oh my God, she said I look good. Well, you do, girl. You look fabulous. So, but that's always been, look, that's why we connected many decades ago, because we connected, but I think because we were always so honest with each other. Yes. I wanted you to make it so bad, Lee. And you wanted me to make it so bad.
Yes.
Girl, let's see what we can do. That's why we did the things in the theater in Harlem. I remember you had a panel of actors. They were talking about, I said, well, I can't give you much, but I'll give you what I can give you, Terra. You know, it's not about what you give. It's the feeling and how you give it.
Yes.
Listen, you know, you might have needed something just for whatever. You know, we have to go out of our way for each other. And you know, we have to stop thinking, and then I'm not talking negative, I'm talking positive. I think it's great, but I want it to continue. Only with consistency can there be a change. That's why I keep saying, I hope it's not a trend, so we'll see. But whether it's a trend or not, whether they've accepted us, loving each other isn't a trend for us.
That's right.
You're born black and you're going to die black. So don't try to assimilate. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? They always think, some people, not all of them, their ice is colder. Oh, Vera's blush can't be as good as Susie's blush. Why not? I was in Green Acres for 25 years. What are you talking about? You know, they always think their ice is colder. We think their ice is colder. That's the mentality. Oh, Terra can't be as good as she black, or she don't. Well, support her. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I do see a change, but I do see when I heard this thing, my niece calling me last month and told me that, that just put me back again. A black guy saying that to a black girl. But listen, so there's much work for us to do. And constantly, like you're doing, and your show is marvelous. It's fantastic. Share. And we've got to have these candid conversations. You can't be afraid. That's why I say, if you don't want me to talk, don't have me on. I tell people that all the time. If I can't be true and tell the truth, and when people come back, I'm not trying to inspire anybody, because that only lasts for a minute. I'm trying to impact their lives, that there will be a transition, a transformation. Saying, girl, you know what? You really got to me. I've spoken at places and people were crying because I was honest. Don't be telling me about Mary don't like it, but you don't even like Terra. You talk about Terra. You talk about Vera. Well, so what do you care about Susie liking you? You don't care if she likes you. Be nice, but it's not the beginning and the end of your day. So my thing is my new arm to Vera Moore really is, it's not, still, of course, my cosmetic line and skincare line. And my daughter, Consuela, now we have a little mini spa. But my thing is self-esteem. I didn't know, listen, I've been in things where, and self-esteem has nothing to do with grad. I've been in audience and talking to people that have bachelor's, master's, and PhD, but they don't have any self-esteem. So it ain't about the degree. It ain't about the degree.
It sure enough isn't. But we'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to Talk with Terra, presented by African American Woman in Cinema, right here on Rudy Radio.
Hi, I'm Dan O'Shea, Executive Director for Maureen's Haven Homeless Outreach. It is our mission to support the homeless in our community. We provide an emergency winter shelter program, a day center, and support services to help the homeless in our community. With your help, we can continue to provide services so critically needed to the homeless in our community. Please visit www.maureen'shaven.org or call us at 631-727-683.
I am Madame Francois, and I'm introducing my new luxury skincare brand that's available to you at an attainable price. Discover my beauty secrets, luxurious, effective ingredients with proven results and a price tag that doesn't break the bank. Come indulge with me at lesmadamefrancois.com.
Welcome back to Talk with Terra. I am Terra Renee from African American Woman in Cinema, and we're here talking with the fabulous Vera Moore. Miss Moore, before we went on break, we were talking about mindsets, supporting one another, which is so, so very important. The shift that I think is certainly ushering that in. But still, I had a conversation with someone not too long ago, and I told them that it is so important about the mindset. We have to deal with that so that we can take full advantage of this shift. And I think if we are prepared to do that, I think we can start experiencing a permanent type of era. But anyway, your thoughts.
Well, I think the mindset, you don't have a choice. Listen, if you don't shift your mindset and change with the paradigms, you're going to be lost. So forget it. You don't have a choice. Get on board. That song, Get On Board. No, I'm not kidding. You don't have a choice.
Oh, I know.
So I think I want to tell you about the shift that I had to make. And it's all about relationships. Now I got to back up a little bit, but you draw me back in because I can go on and on. We're talking about this. I was in Green Acres Mall for 25 years. And then I was in Albee Square Mall, Kings Plaza Mall, because I sold licensing. Then I had an opportunity to go into Macy's. Now, Macy's was doing a trunk show. Now, normally trunk shows are only like a month, 6 weeks tops. Now, trunk show, for those that don't know, you go 1 week to Kings Plaza, you go 1 week to Roosevelt Field, you go different places and you schlep yourself up, and it's a lot of work because on Friday you got to be there and set up your booth like 6 o'clock in the morning, and then you stay there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then on Sunday night you got to get out of there and then go to Brooklyn or New Jersey, whatever. So I did those trunk shows for a year, and we did very well, but then something happened, won't go into it, and we didn't get it. But it cost me money because their criteria had to be, now when you want to go in mass market, for those that think about mass market, like your big stores like Walmart, Walgreens, etc., you have to be EDI. That's a certain catalog within their system that you have to do. You have to be barcoded. You have to have SKU. So it's a lot. Now, I didn't have that in Green Acres Mall, my little store. What I used to say, if you'd come to my store, here, darling, here's a little tissue paper, beautiful bag, and I'd sell it. But I wasn't structured for mass market. So when I went into Macy's, they got me ready, retail ready, but I didn't get it. So was I upset? Of course I was, because I did it for a year. I hope I was going to get it. So I was angry for a minute. We don't have time to have a pity party. Forget it. Because you're not that important to them. So I had an opportunity to meet the buyer of Dwayne Reed. Everybody knows Dwayne Reed. So, and she said, well, we know you've been around for a long time. You've done these shows, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're opening up a look boutique. Now, the look boutique was not in mass market. It was like a little beautiful concept, like a Sephora within Walmart, Walgreens. So she said, but I want to ask you a question. Are you EDI? Are you barcoded? Do you have SKUs? Now, why I'm saying that, I had just learned that from Macy's. And that was the criteria for me getting in. Otherwise, it would have had put back for another year. Really, it takes that long. And I just said, oh my God. I said, you know what I said? I said, thank you, Jesus. I sure did. Because she asked me the same thing that I was annoyed with, that had spent that money with Macy's, and I didn't get in, and I had done all that work meeting that criteria, and I didn't get it. But it was the same criteria for any mass market. For those thinking about going into mass market, whether it's Walmart's, whatever, Dwayne Reed, whatever, Target, Sephora, you got to have that. But I had it. I was ready. So sometimes the challenges that you face turn into victories. And I want to tell everybody, I don't accept no. Because you know what no means, Terra? Next opportunity. N-O.
Wow. I love that.
It's the next opportunity. And don't listen, just go past it. So what happened? I got into Dwayne Reed. We're in 30 stores in New York, which is a big deal. I mean, we were on Wall Street, Madison Avenue, Fifth Avenue, 34th Street, 42nd, Port Authority, Times Square. All right, we were there. And then Walgreens acquired Dwayne Reed, and we went national. We were in about 50-something stores. And I was in Dwayne Reed and Walgreens for 10 years. That's a long time to be on the shelf.
Wow.
It's not easy getting on the shelf. It's very difficult. Okay, with the pandemic and things that happened, a lot of big box stores closed. I mean, Lord & Taylor closed, Walgreens closed 200 stores. And out of those 200 stores that they closed a look boutique. So it wasn't just me. It wasn't because we weren't doing a great job. We wouldn't have been able to stay in it 10 years. We weren't selling. They're going more pharmaceutical. They're going, you know what I'm saying? They change. People change with the times. There's a pandemic. There's medicine. You understand what I'm trying to tell you. So there's no really look boutique anymore. So I had to pivot. And another thing, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I don't know if I'm just telling you. I'm just talking about my experiences. Don't put your eggs in all one basket. It was a big basket. And I didn't pay any attention to my online store because I did have an online store, but I was so busy taking care of my 50-something stores. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not trying to here to be cute. Listen, my company's 41 years young and I own my company 100%. It ain't easy. I mean, you don't have to call anybody to ask for permission. Call me, Vera Moore, call me. I don't have to make a call and say, oh, can I do this? Or what? No. Me and my husband, we mortgaged our home for this. So my point is, you can do this. And we pivoted. Now, it was difficult because we never really gave any attention to the online store. But now I am. And guess what I did? Listen, humble yourself. I took classes because I didn't know anything about digital marketing. Let me repeat that. Humble yourself. We all took classes here because we didn't know anything about digital marketing. We didn't know how to get the word out through and what platform we should use, whether it was Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I was the oldest one in the class, but I didn't care. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now we're growing our online business. growing our online sales. And God is so good, because when we were in those 50-something stores, we didn't have their email addresses. I mean, Walgreens not going to call you up and tell you what the email address is. But now the people, based on the brand, and branding, that's another subject matter we do later. Branding is so key. Based on the quality of the brand, the loyalty, the respect, the integrity, those people are now finding us because they love the product. All you have to do is look up Vera Moore Cosmetics. You just Google me, I'm there. So God is good. God is great.
Amen.
Those people that were buying, and we were in Puerto Rico, we were in Hawaii, we were in Las Vegas. These are all stores that we were in Walgreens and Duane Reade. So those people like the product. Now they're calling and ordering their stuff. It's going to take a while. We got to get through it. But you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
We built the brand, the quality of the brand, and people, let me know, brand is not about a logo. Okay, get it. You're the brand. Terra is the brand. I'm on here because of Terra. No, I'm being very honest. Because of who you are. Why would I support you? Because you believe what I believe. You believe in leveling the playing field. You believe in equality. You believe in diversity. You believe in inclusion. You believe in exposing people. This is why I follow you, Terra. This is why people follow me, because that's what I do. Did I answer that question? Oh my God. Rudy's going to kill me. He's going to throw me off the show. You know, Terra, we've fought so hard. We've worked hard for this, Terra. Listen, nobody wants to get real and say, listen, I eat chicken livers for dinner for this. I ate harmony, but I'm not ashamed. Look at all the things that you've done that nobody even has to know. But sometimes you have to let people know to understand this is not like a makeover. It's not immediate gratification. Sit in the chair and let me make you beautiful. No, it's a process.
That's what I try to tell people, Vera, all the time, because somehow in the instant society or instant mindset, or however they want to call it, microwave, they don't understand the power of the process. And so I tell them, no, you embrace that. Number one, it's building you for what you are seeking after. You have to have that level of insight, information, knowledge, and know-how. You're not going to get it any other way. And it is with this knowledge that provides you with the sustainability once you obtain what you're seeking after. And don't be discouraged by the time frame that it takes. So that's been my sermon, if you will, all of the time, Miss Vera. I tell these people that, and let them see the reality. This is what it is. So I appreciate you bringing that home for the audience. I really do.
Well, it's also, and I'll just go back to Green Acres Mall just for a second. When I first found out they were building a second floor, we started in the hair salon. My husband had a beautiful hair salon on Hillside Avenue, Billy's place. And all the customers are coming. And I said, let me try this makeup on and see if you like. Girl, this is nice. This is good. This is not heavy and greasy and oily and rub all off on my clothes like the other one. I ain't mentioning no names. We only had one, so you know what I'm talking about. So I said, no, we made this lighter. It's not so red. It's not so greasy. It's going to make it look, oh, I like that. So, see, starting small, beauty parlor. Then I heard about Green Acres Mall. So I went over there and they, fast forward. I wanted to be on the first floor. Always seek for the best. I know they're building the second floor, but I wanted to be on the first floor. Okay, well, back and forth a year and a half. Well, Miss Moore, we've made some changes. There's new management. The first floor's gone. Maybe we can revisit this in a year. I said, well, no, we're not going to revisit it in a year, because I know that was a way of saying you're not coming in. So I said, well, we only have the second floor. So I said, well, let me see the second floor. The second floor, there was major stores, big stores, because in malls, they didn't have small stores. They had major anchor stores like a Macy's or whatever, a Gimbel's, whatever, Bloomingdale's. And then they had chain stores like Limited, whatever. So I said, well, he said, and he saw how persistent I was. Yeah, assertive, aggressive. I don't care what verb you want to use. I was it. He said, well, all we have is the bathroom of a big store. So I guess they thought that was going to be a deterrent. The bathroom of a big store. I said, well, let me see it. The bathroom, Terra, was 10 by 10, huge. It was the same size as the store that I wanted on the first floor. I said, God, you are so good. I'll take it. I took the bathroom. This is a true story. I took the bathroom of a major store on the second floor. I mirrored the store, looked gorgeous. And they kept me up there for 10 years. But I would have gone, I'm going to tell you this. I would have gone on the roof to break the color barrier. That's why I did it. You give me the second floor, it's okay. To break the color barrier and to level the playing field for you, for your children, for my children. It was really, and then after 10 years, I went downstairs. I renegotiated. I was downstairs for 15 years, 25 years in total. But you know what was more than that? There were so many Black kids. Now, I want the mothers to hear this. Shoe don't fit, don't wear it. Your kids would look for jobs during the summer. They'd come over, hello, Miss Moore, how are you? I'm looking for a job. I said, you're not getting that job. Button up your blouse. Now, you want to hear the truth? Tell guys, pull up your pants. I'm not even going to hire you looking like that. But nicely I said it. You understand what I'm saying? With love. Because somebody had to help them. Somebody has to reach out and tell our kids and not be afraid to say, girls, love yourself a little more. You know, button up your blouse. You know, you're not at the beach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have. I mean, I'm not saying I was blessed with a wonderful mother and father. Maybe they don't come from that environment. Everybody's, not everybody's blessed and have the same. So someone should be able to tell them and say it with love. It wasn't beating them up, with love. Listen, I love you and I want you to get this job. So I'm going to tell you, what you better do. You need to go and I'll help you fill out the application. I have helped many kids in Grand Acres. Will help them fill out those applications and told them, go back home. Come back in an hour, change your blouse. And if you don't have a blouse, I'll buy you one.
Wow. Well, we have to take another commercial break, but please don't forget to share this episode on social media. You're listening to Talk with Terra, powered by African American Women in Cinema, right here on Rudy Radio.
I am Madame Francois, and I'm introducing my new luxury skincare brand that's available to you at an attainable price. Discover my beauty secrets, luxurious, effective ingredients with proven results, and a price tag that doesn't break the bank. Come indulge with me at lesmadamefrancois.com.
Welcome back to Talk with Terra. I am Terra Renee from African American Women in Cinema, and we are here with the fabulous Miss Vera Moore, who is telling it like it is. And we appreciate her so deeply for it. Miss Vera, I tell you, sometimes I wish my show was all day. And this is one of them, because the level of richness that you are sharing today, it is so needed, because there's so many things that, our youth have faced and are facing due to the dynamics of the structures in the home, their environment.
Right.
And it is helpful if they have a voice that speaks what they need to hear in love, that will help them reach their God-given purpose and destiny for why they are here. And so today, I appreciate you sharing, and I thank you for that. I thank you, because you're sharing from your heart, and that's so rare, and we really appreciate that. So, Miss Moore, going forward, and seeing where we are today, it's just a mixed bag of things. So many things going on. What would you say to the next generation with what they're dealing with now?
Well, this is a good time for them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not any affiliated with any political thing, but Black lives do matter, don't it?
Yeah.
Here I said, don't it? Yeah, Black lives matter.
Yes.
But does your life matter to you?
Mm.
Do I care more about you than you care about yourself?
Mm.
Now that's important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, since we are in this season, so to speak, look, I'm not knocking you. I'm just being real because I've been out there a long time.
Mm-hmm.
This is a season. We have 4 seasons. So I hope this season is continuing. Since we're in this season, embrace it. I always tell people to embrace the unfamiliar. Like I went into Green Acres Mall. That was unfamiliar. Soap opera, unfamiliar. Diversity is the key. Don't hang around toxic people. Enlarge your territory. You understand what I'm saying? And when I say that, here I go again. Don't all have to be all Black people either. You're looking for people that have the same mind and they're looking at you and who you are. So embracing the unfamiliar, come out of denial of who you are. Don't try to be like anybody else. Don't think their ice is colder. You are young, gifted, and Black. And you can do this. Get yourself a mentor. Get yourself a sponsor. And it's all about relationships. You know what? It's so simple. Just be nice. And I got to ask one thing. I know we're lining it up, and you probably throw me off the show. Somebody's going to call Rudy. And maybe you can answer it for me. Why do we, now I know I'm from the old school. I don't have to say how old I am, but from the old school, 41 years in business. Why do our Black girls allow men to call them bees? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, is that a new trend? I mean, I don't get it. Why do you want to be called? Now, I'm this old lady talking. Why do you want to be called a female dog? Now you can email me and tell me. you can tell me because I don't get it yet. And that's what I'm talking about, the mindset. The guy should still be bringing you flowers. He should still be opening up the door for you. He should still be saying, I love you. You know what? Listen, women set the standards, girls. We set the standards. They don't set the standards. They'll go with me and let's say, I'm not even going to use me. They'll go with Susie, treat her like a dog, and turn around and marry Terra because she stood the standards. No, I don't do that, darling. No, I'm not going there. That's not what I do. They'll go back. I'm not bringing Susie to meet my mother. I'm bringing Terra. That will never change. Standards don't change. Integrity doesn't change. Loyalty doesn't change. Respect doesn't change. Thank you will always be the same. So it's up to you to set the standards. You can do it. You're beautiful Black women. You have so much talent hidden in you. You're diamonds in the rough. Just needs to be polished. You can do this. You know why you can do it? I did. You know what? I was poor and didn't even know it. Yes, my family was on welfare. I didn't know that. 5 brothers, 1 sister. I said my mother was 3rd grade, right? Father learned how to read from the Bible. I didn't know I was poor until I got older because I used to go to school with a hole in my shoe. I remember that as clear as day. My mother used to put cardboard in, and she'd say, "Well, you got a hole in your shoe. Don't worry. Next week we're going to buy you some shoes." And after I got older, I said, "My God, I must have been poor. Why was I going to school with a hole in my shoe?" You see? But I never knew I was poor. I never knew I was poor. Domestic. My mother cooked fried chicken, cooked the chicken, whatever. We ate. I always had clothes because my mother would say, "Girl, turn around here." My Aunt Lois, I'll never forget. "You need a dress. Turn around. I'm gonna make you a dress. You'll have it by tomorrow." Didn't have a pattern. So I throw all these things into the bowl because we have so much. We're so rich. We're rich.
Yes.
And it has nothing to do with it. Listen, it has nothing to do with academics. Wisdom you don't get from a book. Because books expire. You know what I'm saying? So just believe in yourself, love yourself. I mean, I know it's so simple to say, hang around with people. And if you don't know anybody, you'll meet somebody. Mm-hmm. Stand alone. Mm-hmm. But you got to have that. You have to know who you are. And I think shows like this, Terra, my God, you will definitely transform people's lives. Mm-hmm. It's so important because we're honest. We're not giving fluff. And fluff. No, this is hard work. And you got a lot of competition. Not only by people that look like you, but others. So you got to hone those skills and get your mind together and believe who you are and stand on the shoulders and the backs of our ancestors. Listen, yes, it's hard. Did anybody tell, what y'all, now I'm forgetting. Harriet Tubman? If I'm not mistaken, she'd say, if you once I come get you, if you go back on me, you're out of here. I don't want to say exactly what she said because I remember, but I don't know what she did, but she said, no, because you're not going to jeopardize my whole people that I have here. You see, it's a cost.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's a cost, C-O-S-T, and it's a cause, C-A-U-S-E. Mm-hmm. And you can do it. I know you can. You can because I did. With nothing. Now, nobody handed me anything. I said my mother scrubbed floors. 7 kids, welfare. So then, no. I worked. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I didn't go to college. Not that I'm not going to college. My daughter went to college, Howard University, but I didn't go to college. You know what? When I graduated from high school, I went to work for the federal government. I took stenography because I knew I had to help my mother. So don't say, well, she had, no, I didn't have anything. But I was rich mentally. I had everything. And that's what I'm just trying to share with everybody here, just like you do, Terra. We can make it. If all of us Black women, all women, I'm saying Black women because I'm Black, but this is a universal thing. If we just get together, stand together, love each other, lean on each other, we can make it. We can make it.
Wow. Woo! That is some power. That is some power. I tell you, Miss Vera, thank you. Thank you. I know that this is going to touch somebody who need to hear this. And this is what I'm saying, paying it forward. And like you said, it does not mean money all the time, but word of encouragement, embracing, admiration, inspiration, letting you know, yes, you can, because look at what I've done. I'm your living testimony. And the path can be certainly created and you can make it. And so I don't even know what else to say. You have just, you have taken me there, Miss Vera.
We take each other there. I love you. I love you, Terra. I
love you too. Yeah, I love you too.
Always been so kind.
And I certainly appreciate all of your support through the years, just being there. And that truly makes the difference. And I thank you so much for that. And we'll never forget that. Never forget that.
Never forget.
And certainly will continue to be supportive in all that you do. So please tell the audience, how can we order our Vera Moore Cosmetics now?
Well, thank you very much. Vera Moore Cosmetics, vmore at veramoorecosmetics.com. I gave you that because if you want to call me up and fuss at me, I want you to email me. I'm not joking. Go to www.veramoorecosmetics.com.
Excellent.
I want to hear from everybody too.
Yes, please, because Mother's Day is coming up. Your mother has a favorite lipstick or a foundation. This is a unique opportunity to get your Mother's Day gift. So we definitely want to promote that.
And I can give them a code and they can get it. Okay. All they have to do is mention your show or whatever you want. Whatever you want the code to be.
Okay. All right.
So you want me to do that?
Yes.
So what do you want the code to be?
Let's do Terra.
All right, Terra. We're going to give them Terra and we're going to give them 25% discount. All they have to do is put that in. Excellent.
And also, your daughter has a spa?
Yes, we created pivoting. We created a very small, very, very exclusive spa. And what's so unique about our spa? You'll never see another person in there but you. See, it's exclusively for you. Let's say, and we've done this. Let's say you want to invite your mother, your sister, your cousin, whoever, and you want to have a gathering or a little small something. You invite the people. I don't invite the people. And we don't take more than 5 at one time. But it would always be your people. So anybody in there, you know them and you trust them and you like them. That's what's key. No one's ever going to walk and you say, well, who's that? No, we don't do that. So that's why it's so nice. And we're doing massages and facials and waxing and wrapping. So they could go to veramorcosmetics.com, click on spa, and they can see our services.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, I definitely going to
come on down, Terra.
Yes, I'm coming. I'm going to encourage everybody to come. We need it, after all what we've been through.
Exactly. And we've been through, and this is just going to help us to go forward.
Yes. Wow.
I just want to say one last thing, if I may.
Sure.
It's going to be real quick. I want everyone to know intimidation is only by consent.
Woo, that's powerful. Thank you for that, Diamond. Well, I don't know where the time went, but they're telling me that we have to go. So much for listening to Talk with Terra. I'm Terra Renee with the African American Women in Cinema Organization. You can visit us at www.aawic.org. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter and like us on Facebook. Talk with Terra is made possible by Rude Rangers Entertainment. Our creative director is Rudy J. Breedy. Please don't forget to like and share this episode with as many people as possible. We sincerely appreciate you joining us today, and we wish you continued peace, blessings, and prosperity. See you next episode.